The Subway Fresh Fit 500 on Fox is sponsored by Budweiser. Reach for the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Budweiser, the great American lager.
48 laps complete, and Mark Martin's lead over Kurt Busch has shrunk to 3/4 of a second as Martin deals with race traffic. He's got to open up that hole in traffic, and Kurt Busch is able to close in just a bit. Let's update our rookies. There are 3 drivers entered for Ray Best's Rookie of the Year, including Max Pappas, but only 2 running the full schedule. Right now, Scott Speed running in 29th. 1 position behind him is the other full-time rookie candidate, Joey Logano. And today in the Home Depot rookie file, Joey tells us about some of the cool things he's done for Home Depot so far.
I think the commercial is the coolest thing I did with the Home Depot right now. You know, it's so cool. You know, I mean, it's different. You know, you got a ton of people. There's probably 40 people there to film a 30-second to a minute commercial, and it takes 2 days. They had a car up on the rack. They had the whole deal. It was fun. It was different. I'm not an actor, so, but I felt like I got better by the end.
He's hoping to get better by the end of this race. Now, he won a nationwide race a week ago. He's right now running 30th, 25 seconds off the lead, and right behind Scott Speed.
These cars, I think it just goes to show how hard these cars are to drive, though. He drives a nationwide car like as good as anybody, but he still has not gotten comfortable in this COT. And if it makes him feel any better, not a lot of other guys have either.
One that has is Jimmy Johnson. He's trying for the 4-peat here at Phoenix. Matt?
And he's got his mirror full of last night's winner in the Nationwide Series race, Greg Biffle. Right now, Jimmy reporting in, start to day 10. The car just way too free on exit. Canal's looking at what opportunities they're going to do, how big of a swing to make an adjustment to this car due to the ever-changing conditions because the sun is beginning to set. But, Mike, the spotters will all tell you this is the most difficult place to spot. When you see those cars coming down the front stretch, the spotters are in turn 1 and 2. It's like being on an overpass on an interstate and trying to pick which car's ahead as they're coming toward you.
But all I can think about is what he told us in the pre-race show, that they tried a different setup in practice, and it was all said and done. They went back to the setup that they've won the last 3 races. I think, honestly, Chad, if you go back to our FedEx Understanding the Race, he had planned on maybe some earlier cautions than what we've had right now, but I think they are right on plan. Now, if he was tight right now and the car not turning, I'd be concerned. Not concerned with him being free right now. It's going to tighten up.
Much better to have to tighten it up than it is try to free it up, because then it ends up loose and tight.
Turn 3, car in the wall, Sterling Marlin. Caution. First one today at lap 54.
That had a look of a tire going down. The car kind of took off up toward the wall. I think Sterling saved it, but I believe the right front tire went down.
Tell you what, there's a lot of cars that breathe a sigh of relief to see that caution, especially we showed him a while ago, Kevin Harvick was about to go a lap down.
54 laps caution free before Marlin pounds the wall in turn 3. You'll see it in progress here.
I think he does a really good job. I mean, he just barely kisses it right there.
Yeah, and you saw all those sparks, Gerald. That was down on the rim before it ever got to the wall.
Right, and I think it's minimum damage for this car.
And this is one of those tracks, since it's only a mile, that we don't run that inner liner, that safety shield. So it's pretty much the rim and the tire.
Yeah, your minimum air pressure here in the right front's 30 pounds, 27 right rear, and you can run as low as 12 pounds of air in the left sides.
It's a long looping pit road here in Phoenix, and it's open for business. Steve Burns.
Mike, the update from Tony Stewart is I've gotten loose off. Help me there. They're going to make a track bar adjustment, a wedge adjustment, and air pressure adjustment on the 14, Matt.
Hitting before the curve is a 2 of Kurt Busch. He says the car is tight, but yet it's still too free on exit. Air pressure change for the Blue Deuce. Dick Berggren.
Mark Martin has led this entire race. He brings the car to the attention of his crew, but he has told the crew the changes he wants in the car. Many drivers just describe the behavior and leave the adjustments up to the engineers and the crew chief. Not Mark. He's called his own changes. Right behind him is the 24 of Jeff Gordon. The car is so loose, Gordon said he couldn't even use the brakes going into the corner, so they've adjusted for that.
So Mark Martin continues to lead every lap so far. A bit of a fuel spill there at Jimmy Johnson's pit.
And you know, Mike, all it takes is for a little bit of fuel to be spilled and a hot lug nut get in that fuel, and you'll have a little pit fire right there. Well, you saw Greg Biffle, 16 car, and Greg Irwin. Looks like they picked up 6 positions.
Larry says, little pit fire. That's only because we're up here.
John Madden announced his retirement this week. He means so much to Fox and so much to the viewers of not just football, but John didn't change the way the game is played, but he changed the way all of us enjoy all televised sports today.
Long before there was Fox Sports, we had only one sport, NFL football, and John was our coach, our colleague, and our friend. He gave us credibility. He gave us confidence. He was an ambassador for his sport. All this praise would make him uncomfortable. He always considered himself to be just one of the guys. But what a guy and what a career. Think back to all those autumn Sunday afternoons with Pat Summerall and John Madden. The hours we spent and the pleasure of their company. How much they entertained us. How much that we know about football came from them. John turned our Thanksgiving broadcast into more than just football. Through him, to us, to you, football was a feast. With his telestrator, John took a complicated game and made it simple and fun.
What's this stuff back here? That has to be his. Look, there's a fish going by. We're looking at Jimmy Johnson. A fish just flew right by his head. He throws the ball right into 2 guys. We can stop it right there. We'll just see he throws it right there. Here's Crockett. Here misses. Bradford here misses. And John Taylor just knocks both of them over and runs into the end zone. You know, when you always got this, you always know how much time there is and what the score is. So if you ever walk out of any place, you always, like if someone's cooking dinner or something, you can look up there, 12 seconds, score,
always know the
10-3.
score.
You always know it. See here in the monitor, see I can see the people out there, but they can't see me. So I kind of go back like this. I hide and I throw peanuts out there. But they can't see me, but I'm watching them right here to see what they're doing.
He didn't score a touchdown, sack a quarterback, or intercept a pass on Fox, but what he did with his words, his wisdom, and his body language helped the game he loved prosper. From all of us here at Fox Sports, enjoy retirement. You've certainly earned it.